Next, we're going to create our home page. Our home page is set right now to display our blog post, but we don't want to do that. We want to have a really cool home page. So what we can do is click on Customize and click General. Then click Static Front Page. And if you remember, we made a page called Home, and we need to set that page that we made called Home to our home page. I know it's a little confusing, but it's pretty easy. Just click a static page, front page, and make it the home page that you made. So make it home. Then press Save and Publish and exit out of it. As you can see, we have the sidebar right here, and that's not what we want. We want the home page to be full width, to go all the way across without this sidebar. So what we can do is click on Edit Page, and under Template, click on Full Width Page, then press Update. Now that we've done that, we can view our page again. And it has home at the top right here, but if we click on Page Builder to begin building our page, that will conveniently disappear. All right, now we can start adding in columns and rows and building our home page. So what we can do is go to Row Layouts, and we're gonna drag in, you can drag in 1 column, 2 columns, all the way up to 6 columns. And right now we're gonna drag in 2 columns. So let's drag in 2 columns. And let's make, if you click on this wrench right here, or drag this, you can change the size of each column. So let's make the first column 40. And the second column obviously would be 60. Once we do that, let's add in an image. So we can click on this wrench right here and click on Row Settings. And the width should be full width. So it should go all the way across. See how that changes? And the content width also should be full width to go all the way across. There we go. And now let's add in an image to the background. So just click on Photo. Under Background, click Photo. And select Photo. Upload files and find the file that you want to upload. And press Open. If your image is really big, let's say 5,000 in this area right here, you're going to want to press Edit Image right here. And you're going to want to scale the image. So just scale it down to, 2,000 and press Scale and press Save and Update. Okay, mine's already scaled, so I don't need to do that. All right, so just select the photo. And as you can see, it zooms up in the middle. So by default, it focuses in the middle. So we don't want to do that. We want it to be on the center top so that we can see their faces and heads and everything like that. All right, we're not going to repeat it, and everything else looks okay. So we're just going to press Save. All right, once we do that, we obviously can't see them very well. So let's click on this wrench to edit this column, and let's add in some padding or spacing to the top and bottom. So just click on this and click on Column Settings and go to Advanced. And for padding, we can just put 110 pixels, and then for the bottom, we can just do 100. Now it doesn't add a whole bunch of space, but we're going to add other things in here that will make it even taller. So the difference between padding and margin is padding puts space inside the image here, and margin will put space at the top. So like it'll add a blank space somewhere. All right, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to add 110 and 100 and press Save. Once we do that, we can add more content by clicking Add Content. And here under Basic Modules, we're going to add a heading because we're going to put Dan's Plumbing right here. So just drag in a heading. And for heading text, put whatever you want, but I'm going to put Dan's Plumbing. And that will show up right here. Dan's Plumbing. There it is. And we're going to make the font size really huge, so 120. And we're going to make the font weight bold. All right, and the text color, we're going to make white. So just drag it all the way up to the top. And alignment, we're going to put right in the center. And it's going to be the center of that column. So if you had one column, it would be in the center of, perfectly center of the image. But since we have two, it's the center of that column. All right, once we do that, we can add a subheadline. So we're going to put yes. And a subheadline is just a headline underneath this headline. Vertical spacing, that is how much spacing in between the headline and subheadline. I'm going to put 0 because we don't need any spacing in between. And I'm going to write a family run business since 1977. All right, and for the text, I'm going to make it a little bigger, but 28. And I'm going to keep the font weight normal, and I'm going to make the text white. There we go. And I'm going to press save. Oh, actually, before I press save, right now, this heading module has spacing on the top and spacing on the bottom. I'm going to eliminate some of that spacing on the bottom by going to advanced. Advanced, yeah. And then on the bottom, I'm going to put 0. So no spacing on the bottom. And you don't see any of that right now, but when we add a play button right here later, it's not going to have all the space at the bottom. All right, then I'm going to press save. All right, now that we have done that, we want a little play button right here. So when we click on the play button, a video pops up. So we need that icon. So what we can do is go to logomaker.com. That's logomakr.com. And this is where you can make your logo. So I said before, this Dan's Plumbing logo I already made. And you can make something like this in Logo Maker. You just search for a graphic and add your text. So it's really easy. So let's search for a play button. And here's a good play button. And we are going to make this white. And you're not going to be able to see it because it's a white background also. And we're going to resize this. So we're going to resize it to 80 pixels wide and 80 pixels tall. So we can go here and just resize to 80. There we go, I think. All right. So there it is, and we're going to press save. All right, once we do that, let's just drag this to our desktop and put it there. And we have to give credits. So we're gonna do that in a little while. So click here to copy the credits, and the credits are copied to your clipboard. So what you then do is you are going to make another page called credits and put this in your website. And we have to do this to give the people credit for that play icon. So I'm just gonna copy this to my clipboard. And later I'll show you how to create that page. So we're going to exit out here for now. And let's add some more content. So let's add content. And let's add a regular text editor. So just click, hold, and drag it right under the heading into this column. All right, once we do that, let's add media and let's add that file that we just downloaded to our desktop. So just select files. And the play button's right there, press open. And we're gonna have it alignment in the center and link to nothing for now, okay? And then just insert into post. And then we're gonna go to there's a little too much spacing right here. So we're going to go to advanced, and the top margin we're going to put to 0. And that looks much better. All right, press save. And press done and publish changes to save all of your work. All right, so we're not done with our website yet, but it's looking really, really good. And we'll get this play button working right after we get all the rest of the content on this website, on this homepage going. So to get the rest of the content, which is just some more text here and an image, click on Page Builder. And of course, you can add in a, if you click on Basic Module, you can just drag in a text editor and we can add text. If we just click, hold, and drag it to a new row, then we can add in text just like we regularly do. Or what I've done is I've made content blocks of commonly used content blocks. So you can just click on it and you can add it in right here. So they're already pre-made, a whole bunch of cool ones. So just click on it and it adds automatically. So that's pretty cool. Then you can obviously click on the wrench and change your what the text says. So I'll just paste some text in there, and we can toggle this right here and make the font size bigger. Let's say 24, and we could click on it left or centered or however you want and do that, and we can press save. Once we've done that, we want a little more spacing on the top and the bottom. So go ahead and click on the row wrench, not this one, not the text editor wrench, the row one. And we can go to advanced and we can add just like 100 pixels at the top, 100 pixels at the bottom, something like that. And that is looking pretty good. So now that that's done, let's add in another image below here. And to do that, what we have to do is just, again, click on Add Content. And let's go ahead and add in a new row. We could cheat and go to Content Blocks and add it there. But let's click and hold and drag in a one column module. And once we do that, make sure we've dragged it to the bottom. We can edit the row by clicking on the wrench and making it full width and making the content full width. Once we've done that, let's add in an image to the background. So background, photo, and select photo. Then we want to upload a new file. There it is. And select photo. All right, once we've done that, it will add in. Go to advanced and scroll up, and for the padding, let's add 250 pixels to the top. So 250 to the top, so it adds in a little more space. So once we do that, just click save. All right, now what we can do is let's add in another headline. So let's go to Add Content, and under Basic Modules, click on Heading and drag it in, and drag it into right here into the image to where that column was. All right, for the heading text, I'm just going to type in experience. And for the font size, it's going to be 100. The font weight, we can do bold, or we can make it light, or however we want. And let's make it white. And let's put it right in the center. All right, and let's add a subheadline. So put yes. And for vertical spacing, we could put 0, or we could put even -10 if we want even closer. So let's do -10. And let's type in over 50 years combined experience. All right, and let's make that headline 22. And let's make it white. All right, let's save that. And that's looking pretty good, but let's add in another call to action at the bottom here. So let's have it go to our services page. So what we want to do is add more content, and let's add a text editor. Click, hold, and drag it in. Make sure you drag it in here, not below, but right in here. And let's type in see all services. And let's add an arrow to the right. That's just a greater than sign. So let's highlight it and let's make it a link. And let's make it link to existing content. So it's going to link to our services page and add the link. Once we do that, we can add in some spaces. So let's add in 7 spaces, and that's just by putting in enter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's just return 7 times. And let's highlight this and let's align to the right. And let's change the font size to maybe 18 or maybe 22. 22, and let's change the color of this and let's make it white. Actually, let's not change the color. I'm going to show you a different way to change the color. All right, so once we've done that, we can press save. And to change the font size and everything, remember you have to click on this. All right, so save. But we see it's this color, and that's not the color we want it to be. So let's go to the whole row settings. And let's make our link colors, let's make them white. And press save. Now we can see that it's white. I don't want to make this one white when I press for the text editor, because then you won't be able to see them. This will be white and it's a white background and you won't be able to see it. All right, once we do that, we can go to advanced and we can make the bottom 0 pixels so that it is more near the bottom. And we can press save. But as we can see, it's sort of hard to see the text. So how can we give a bigger contrast from the picture to the text? What we can do is click on this wrench again and scroll down to where it says overlay color. And we can make it, any type of gray or dark that we want. That's fine. And put it at 20%, let's say. All right, then press save. Now we can see that text a lot easier and it looks a lot better. So we're pretty much done with our desktop version of the homepage. We still need to make the mobile version. So we need to have 2 different versions so that it looks really good on our, phones and tablets and everything like that. And the next thing that we need to do is also get this video play button working. So let's go ahead and do that. So just press done and publish changes. So by default, WordPress doesn't come with the ability to click on a button and a video to pop up. But what we need to do, or what we can do, is get a plugin that extends the functionality of WordPress. As an example, if WordPress by default doesn't have a contact form to fill out all your information and get emailed, but we can easily download a plugin and that it will enable a contact form. So we are going to enable, when you click on this button, for a video to pop up. And to do that, let's download a plugin. Let's go to our dashboard. And click on plugins. Then click add new. And we want to search for video, video, lightbox, lightbox, and press enter. And we see this WP video lightbox. What we want to do before we install it, as you can see, it has really good ratings and many installs. You always want to check that. But what we want to do is we want to click more details, because this is going to allow us to get the instructions on how it works. So what we can do is we can see how to use it. And basically you have to copy this code and replace all of the things with it. So we are embedding a YouTube video. So what we want to do is copy this one right here. So it's the second YouTube video because we're going to be using that play image. And I'll show you all of that. So just copy this, then press install now. Then click activate plugin. All right, now that that's activated, we can go back to our home page and click on page builder. Then what we can do is click on the wrench right here where the play button is. And we're not going to see it because the play button is white and the background's white. But if we click on text, then we'll be able to see the code. So this is the code for that play button, for this play button right here. If we delete this code, then this play button will obviously get deleted also. So what we want to do is we want to just press enter twice and paste that code that we had previously copied. Paste. Can add a space in between. All right, so now we have all the things that we need to fill out. So it says video lightbox, YouTube video ID equals, and we need to put our YouTube video ID here. So I have the video, and I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm just going to go to the video. So this is the YouTube video, and if you have a video, then you need to, upload it to YouTube, and that's real easy. Just sign up for an account and upload it. All right, so once you have your video on YouTube, then we're going to want to click on share and embed and click show more. So once we do that, we can see the video size. There's all these different sizes, but we want a good video size. So we want it to be about 800 or 900, something around there. Okay, so we're going to put that in where we need to put it in. So it says width, and we're going to put it in. We're going to put in 853. Width always goes first, then height. So 853. And height, we can put in 480. It's already 480, so that's good. And then for anchor, that is basically the image that you're going to use. So we have the image is right here, and that corresponds with this thing right here, but not the whole thing, just where it says source equals and in quotes, and copy everything in between the quotes. Don't copy the quotes themselves. So just press copy, and we're gonna, in between the quotes, we are going to paste it. Paste. All right, once we do that, we can actually get rid of this one right here. So we can just press delete. Then go back to visual, and this, as you can see, isn't centered yet. So we need to highlight it all and press align center. All right, so now it is align centered, and it's looking pretty good. So it's not going to show the play button in here, but if we click on save and done and publish changes, it's actually going to do it. So now if we click on it, the video pops up beautifully. And I did something wrong because it's still Pirates of the Caribbean trailer. So obviously I forgot to copy the embed code. So click on this again, the edit, and that's okay. Go back to text and make sure to copy this v equals right here, copy, and paste it. All right, so now we have our video in there and not the other Pirates of the Caribbean video. All right, then press save and done. And we can also add more spacing in between this if we want by going to advanced and saying the top is 20 pixels or whatever it is. Okay, done and publish changes. Now, hopefully when we click on play, we'll get our video. So that's perfect. So there are a couple of things that I don't really like, and one of them is that it doesn't play automatically. And then the other one is it's too dark in the background here. It looks kind of weird. So let's exit out of here and let's change those things. So to do that, we go back to our dashboard and we go to Settings and Video Lightbox. Then click on Pretty Photo. And we have an opacity here. One would be completely dark, and 0.8 is, pretty dark, and 0.2 is not so dark. So let's do it 0.2. And we have another setting somewhere over here where it says autoplay. Let's check it off. All right, so that's all we need to do. We can also change the padding here if we want to 10, or do whatever we want. That's the padding on the side of the picture. So that's how much space it has. All right, let's press Save Changes and visit our site. And now we can exit out of here because we're done with it, and press play. It should autoplay and it shouldn't be that dark. So let's see. And there we have it.
You can always find a plumber nearby.
Beautiful.
But not always one that you can trust.
All right, so that is how you put a video onto your website.